Oh, I see.
Okay.
Okay. So welcome everybody to Techies 15 Live. This is a recorded version because we were having issues with the live version, but we hope you get to watch this at a later time. So yeah, Techies 15 Live is a 15-minute live session we do at Immigrant Techies Network every week. It's our virtual water cooler moment where we feature someone that is building or doing some cool work in the ecosystem. And we just want to catch up with what's going on out there, who's building some cool work, cool stuff and all of that. And today our cool person is Ebenezer Mensa. Welcome, Ebenezer.
Thanks, Wunmi. I
Yeah.
like how you say our cool person. It makes me feel
Yeah,
like I'm really cool.
every week we have a cool person, we feature a cool person. So you are our cool person this week. And I'm sorry that we were having those issues, but you're here now and we're still capturing this moment. So thanks to
Right,
technology, you can always find a workaround.
right.
Yeah, a little bit about you, Ebenezer. Who
Uh,
you and why should we care?
Actually, who are you and why should we care? That's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
So my name is Ebenezer. On a high level, I am the co-founder and CEO for Migr8. And Migr8 is a 360 solution platform, like we always say, where we support newcomers navigate the ecosystem and also to a later stage invest in their ventures one way or
Mm-hmm.
the other. So
So
yeah.
a bit about you first. I'm gonna ask all
Oh,
about Migr8 later. Yeah, just a
so
bit about you. I know you're new-ish
yeah,
to Alberta, so yeah,
I'm very
love
new.
to
So
hear.
I'm an immigrant from Ghana, and I moved just a bit of 2 years, a shy of 2 years ago. That is when I moved. My background has been in international business and international relations, where I help companies, organizations, universities, and institutions cross barriers, like do projects in various countries. So, just a quick snapshot. I was born and raised in Ghana. I did projects in Ghana, Togo, Benin, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso, and then I moved to the Eastern Corridor, where I was based in Ethiopia. I did projects in Ethiopia, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania. Then I moved to the southern part, Malawi. I was based in Malawi. I did projects in Malawi, Zimbabwe, Botswana, Zambia, Mozambique.
Oh wow.
Then I did, then I did projects in the northern part. So we're talking Egypt, Morocco, and Tunisia.
A
Uh,
true African, hey?
yeah, I try to block all this.
Right.
Throughout all the work, I built enough experience and resources to support companies that were looking to expand into Africa, more of companies that want to tap into. Africa has a lot of opportunities. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
easiest market to do business in, but then there are the opportunities. So
Very rich, yeah.
I used to run a consulting firm that supports them navigate the ecosystem and what's not. So I was doing that since 2016. No, the consulting firm is 2016, and
Mm-hmm.
my career started way back 2011, 2012 with the
Right,
international
right, right.
stuff that I was doing. So then I had to move to Canada. I tried to incorporate a subsidiary of my firm here. It wasn't possible for me in Alberta, surprisingly, because there wasn't any ecosystem that was going to help me to say, oh, do this is step one, step two, step three.
Sorry,
But
where wasn't it easy here in Alberta?
because I wasn't finding the support. So I was
Oh, okay.
online because I was based in Ghana, right? Trying to set up a company here in
Oh, I
Alberta.
see. I see.
And I wasn't getting,
Mm.
I mean, I was getting lawyers, I was getting tax consultant, but I wasn't getting someone who was going to sit me down and say, as an international, if you want to set up a business, this is what you have to do. But luckily for me, I got that opportunity in Quebec because the Montreal government has a program to attract investors and entrepreneurs.
Mm.
So I was sitting in Ghana, I registered my business, I spoke to lawyers, I spoke to consultants, all at the same spot. So when I moved, I was in Quebec for a couple of months trying to build a business there. But I don't know if you've been to Quebec, but it's a nice, beautiful place if you want to have
Yes.
fun. But
Is it the
during business,
French?
It's the French. The French is a big
Mm,
part. I mean, like sometimes you enter into an office and if you don't speak French, it's difficult for people to interact with you and help you. And so I found that it was going to be a bit harder, but because I had tasted a bit of Alberta, I thought to come back to Alberta and set up what I was doing.
mm,
Now coming back, I thought to myself that if I have all these years of experience in doing business cross borders, why should it be difficult for me? But then if it's difficult for me, then there are also a lot of immigrants and newcomers who are trying to set up businesses here that is challenging for them. So at that point, I pivoted. Rather than helping companies expand across borders, I decided
mm-hmm.
to help companies that are looking to come into startup here in Alberta or Canada
Right.
specifically. So
So
that is when I
only
Mhm.
companies that are coming from outside, or do you support companies that are already in here as well?
So now that was it. The
That's
thing I was
another pivot.
yes. So I met with I when I started that journey, that is when I met my co-founders.
Mm-hmm.
And then my co-founders, we came together because my one of my co-founders, who is her, you know her, she's a venture
Yeah.
capitalist. So she also had noticed that newcomers find it difficult to raise capital. And then so myself, her, Depot, and HP, we came together because each and every one of us surprisingly had had this challenge one way or the other. So we
Mm-hmm.
share the same drive, we share the same vision. We believed in the solution to supporting newcomers setting up tech businesses here. So that is why we have the venture fund where Depot and her are actively working on, with her mostly being an advisor. Depot is a fund manager on it. And then I also on my side
Mm-hmm.
have HP also helping us
Yeah.
out.
So this kind of support you found at Quebec, where you were still outside Canada, and you had a one-stop shop where all your
Yeah.
questions were answered. Would you say that exists in Alberta right now?
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
okay. So
Migrate.
also you
So,
created
so
it. Okay.
exactly. Because I
Ah.
went through it, because I experienced it, it gave me a sense. Because, I mean, it will surprise you that 2 years after coming in, the organization still checks on me. Hey, how's your business doing? Are there any people that you want us to support you with? Are there introductions that you want us to
Mm,
make for you? Because and that is what Migr8 does. So Migr8 is creating partnerships with any and everybody you can think of, the government, the nonprofits, the financial
I mean, I know
institutions.
that because we are partners, so
Exactly. Exactly.
right.
So that is we are trying to emulate that, but
Mm-hmm.
not just doing referrals. And someone might think, oh, you're just doing referrals, anybody can do referrals, but we don't do that. So example, like if when you come into Migr8, we have lawyers and tax consultants that we actually negotiate discounts for. So if you're a founder and you come to us and we are sending you to our partners, it's not just a law firm that we know, it's a collaboration that we have, just like how we have
Mm-hmm.
our working collaboration where it's like there's a personal touch to it. So it's not just
Right,
a
right.
plug and go. Yeah.
I mean, this is beautiful. We've talked so many times, and I never actually got the full story.
Now you
So it's
know.
very, yeah, it's great to know that. So what is the extra touch that Migrate gives to immigrant founders that they won't get from other incubators or
Okay.
other founder support programs?
So one of the things that we are doing with Migrate, especially my team and I are very big on building the community. And we always say is the socio-economic merge. So
Mm,
you might think, oh yeah, someone wants to start a business, just they have their business plan, they have their team. But then there is a psychological bit about it. Like, are you thinking about how they are taking care of themselves? One of the partners that we have at Migrate is a childcare agency because you might want to think, okay, would you understand that it's difficult for even founders with a family to even go about their normal duties, even though they
To
have
go
like a
for
big family?
pitch
Exactly.
competitions that
In the
happen, and then go
evening,
for happy
exactly,
hour
exactly,
after, like,
eh,
yeah.
exactly. So for us, we say we are a connector, and that is why we are working. We are partners of Platform Calgary. Let me say
Mhm.
that. So when I say we are partners, it's not like we know them. Like Platform and us are like married. One way or the other, and we have relationships with most of the incubators and the accelerators, what we don't do or what we do differently is we handhold the founders across board. So if you have to go for an incubation program, mostly to be like, okay, we are done with our incubation program, you're on your own. But then
Mm,
Migra8 now comes in to say, okay, you're done with step A, go to step B. You're done with step B, we take you to step C. And the only time that we are comfortable to let you go is when you come and tell us, hey, I've raised my money, I'm making revenue, and I don't need your support, and
mhm.
I'm happy for you. So we are building it's a lot of support services out there, but it's mostly fragmented, and not everybody is aware or knows much about it. So we
Yeah,
try to bridge that connection about it. Yeah.
totally, totally. So you have identified the unique challenges that immigrant founders
Yes,
have and then
yes,
designed a
yes,
solution to fit those needs. I mean,
yes,
we can
yes,
totally relate because that's what we do also with our programs at
exactly.
Immigrant Techies, Reskill Calgary. It's not like what we're doing is like exactly novel, that it has not
Hmm.
never been done before or anything like that.
Hmm.
But when you design, you know, you design on the edges so
Hmm.
that you can capture unique challenges. So
Right.
yeah, I can totally relate. Can totally relate. So what's the journey like for an immigrant founder that wants to get support? What should they do first? Where should they go? Should they be like how do we find you and or the rest of your
So,
team?
I mean, we are on LinkedIn. You
Mm-hmm.
can share our LinkedIn page on one side. So for us, the big part for us is the venture fund, because that is the ultimate. You can help
Mm-hmm.
founders as much as you can, but if they are not able to raise. And one thing that we are happy with what we are doing with the venture fund is we are able to lead investments. I don't know if you understand how
Mm-hmm.
the raising fund is like. So you can have a beautiful product, you can have a lot of people who want to participate or like invest in your venture. But a lot of times people don't want to lead. People don't want to be the first ones to
The
put their
first two,
money in.
yes.
Exactly. But Migr8, we do that. We're happy to do that. So it's mostly on the tech side. If you have a business and it's a traditional business or a boring business, like how we would call it, there are ways to look at how to make it innovative or bring technology into it, because in this
Mm-hmm.
our in our age now, technology is very big. We have other partners that we work with, like you would know, we are working closely with CCIS, we are working closely with TIES, we are working with Momentum, where if someone comes to us and they are not the best fit for us, or they haven't gotten to the point where we're able to help them, we are able to say, okay, hey, we talk to CCIs because they also have an entrepreneurship program for the like newcomers, where it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly like startup 101 or how to start a business or how to even think about creating your business idea. So from the
Right.
ideation stage, we have partners that we're working with that can help you through. But anyways, once you have an idea, even if it's an idea and you're trying to develop it, but you don't know where to start from, talk to us.
Mm-hmm.
We would have the right partner for you. And then just anyone, like any of the founders, I mean, when they come to you, they don't have to come to us. But probably
Yeah, when they
there's
come to us, it's like they've come to you already, right?
exactly. But
Yeah,
there
and
is
it's
someone.
neat how we're
Mhm.
able to also strike this talent partnership because the
Exactly.
thing with new founders, especially immigrant founders, there's no there's no network to tap for
Right.
the family friends and associates or
Exactly.
family friends and
Exactly.
fools, if you want to
Exactly.
call it that.
Exactly.
So, and we are happy to come alongside to say, like, you need to raise early funds so that you can support a tech team. But what if you
Hmm.
have a tech team that's already attached as a support, right?
Right.
So
I mean,
this is another. Mm-hmm.
for us, I mean, at Migrate, I remember myself and my co-founders, we were having a conversation, and Immigrant Techies was one of the big names that came up that we have to work with, mostly
Mm-hmm.
because we have founders coming in with great ideas, great products, but they are not the technical developers. So where else to find the technical experts then
Right.
from your side? So we are
Yes,
happy to work with
absolutely.
you.
Totally, totally.
Key
So yeah,
partners.
I know you have a meeting right away, so
Yeah, that's very
and
fine.
yeah, we'll be posting this link on that same.
Right.
that same LinkedIn page. And so you might get questions. So just we are open to answering questions on the chat if people
Yes. Yes.
reach out and all of that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
thank you so much, Ebenezer. Thanks
don't mention.
for working with us through this technical glitch that happened today.
It's okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
And thanks for bringing me on.
No,
I
totally.
appreciate it. I'll
Yeah.
stay in touch. Bye
Bye.
bye.